afternoon. It's been a while. My name is Cynthia Lees, and I come to you from a mountaintop in southeastern Kentucky, Mahikari County, one of the 5 poorest counties in the United States, but where I live is heaven on earth, and I'm so very grateful. In this glimpse of gratitude today, I wanted to reflect on a few things. I'm grateful for Mr. Bob, who's over there washing, and Mr. Highway, who took off a while ago down the sidewalk. He's off doing cat business. I'm grateful to live in this space of peace and quiet. Oh, here comes Highway over my shoulder. I just saw a place where I can walk around practically barefoot, just wearing moccasins, so I am grounded on the earth, and where I can just celebrate being with the land, being in nature. This morning I raked leaves from underneath that tree to serve to the hens and brought kitchen scraps out for everyone. Hello, Mr. Highway. And it's nice to have cat companions here. The coloring books that I spoke about, I have a pen named Willow Sage who a year and a half ago put out Cultivate. All right, we disconnected for a minute. That was the prototype, and the next one came after I hired a book and journal with wind images, and then we came to those teachings that I spoke about. There's one prayer that I read every morning with my prayer group, and there's a line in it, see if I can find it, about the ultra infinitesimal spiritual particles. Of course, it's hiding from me now, and those connections between people. And I've been being in a classroom for to connect with, but I said something about the light that I do, and there's a reason. I need to go to the Zoom cafe, and I went. And this other person showed up, and I don't remember having heard her speak, but she was like, you're the person I wanted to connect with. And it had to do with the light, and we met, and soul sisters. So those ultra infinitesimal spiritual particles are just amazing because they connect us. And from the teachings out of this prayer book, the next coloring book became Zen Gratitude, my personal mindful coloring book and journal with Japan images. And this one was really fun because many of the images in the book came directly from the teachings in the prayer book. I would read a line, and that only happened, okay, we're back to the spiritual particles, when my graphic designer designed this book. And I would be reading, I'd be looking at designs from her and reading the mutas, the divine songs, the prayers out of this book. And I saw this image, and there's talk in the other book about the red-crowned cranes. And so from what she was already doing with Japanese picture things, she speaks the graphic design. We came on and made this book, and I had fun test driving the pages for it last spring and summer. But these are some of the pieces that came out. There's the same Cricket in the Rain where I was test driving it with color. And what's that one? Yeah, that's the ringing of the bells for the new year. There again without writing on it. And yeah, this one I'd like to finish. I have it. I want to share it with a friend who writes poetry about food. Generalissimo Brian Franco up in Maine. He writes great food poetry, and I want to finish that one from him. And this one came to mind when I was at a light center recently receiving light from someone, and all of a sudden I had the image of this painting that came out of this book. And in Zen Gratitude, because these books teach a gratitude practice. The idea behind it is color and focus on everything you're grateful for today, and then write a journal with focusing on only 3 things. Hello, Nutelli, and George Brennan. Thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, I enjoy them. So, anyways, each one of these weeks, because there's 4 weeks in it, is set up with a kanji character, and this one is gratitude. And oh, this one is colored for the Black Widow poet out of Nashville. She's a phenomenon. And those are her colors. I'm not what? No, I'm not what? I don't remember what I said. Sorry. Oh, thank you. I hope you have a blessed day too. Thank you, thank you. And there's this gratitude kanji colored again a couple of different ways. And then let's see if I can remember. Oh, this one is the kanji character for laughter. And this must be joy, because I'm trying to think who I painted it for. This was painted for somebody's birthday. I'm pretty sure that one is joy, which makes this one compassion, because that was painted for somebody else. Do I believe in peace? Absolutely. I believe in a world that's made of peace and love and harmony, and that we're all here to lift one another up. And okay, everybody is entitled to their beliefs. I so strongly believe in peace and world harmony that I believe that I have a mission in life, and that is to reach out to others in love and acceptance and gratitude and harmony and lift them up. And the spiritual teachings that I follow support that. And the spiritual teachings that I follow are in alignment with all religious teachings at their roots, before the voices of dissent. Where am I from? I live on a mountaintop in southeastern Kentucky of the United States of America. There will be peace, Brandon. Peace begins within. Find peace within yourself, radiate it outwards, and what you put out in the universe, whether it's joy, gratitude, love, laughter, or peace, you get back. I started this talking about ultra infinitesimal spiritual particles. What you put out is energetically connected back to you. I am from Kentucky now because that's where I live. I was born and raised in the Northeast, in New England. Do I have Instagram? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Don't ask me what my handle is. Probably Cynthia Lee's 777. If that sounds like an Instagram, that might be me. Brandon Simpson, your declaration of destroying the spirits. You have a spirit. You are a spirit. Hello, Daniel. And your spirit is here to shine. So, I just love living here in Kentucky. As I'm talking to you, behind me there's a bird feeder and some suet feeders. But in front of me, on the other side of this breezeway that you can't see, there are also a couple of suet feeders, and they're getting pretty active. Brandon, I wish you peace on your journey. I do. I am absolutely fabulous, Daniel. I have a policy of living into light and love and gratitude, acceptance, laughter, and joy. I do not allow darkness to come in, so I'm fabulous. I pray that you too are fabulous. Yeah. If you feel good, it shows. And if you walk into the world radiating love and joy, your spirit will feed others. Unlike Brandon, who's in the chat saying that he consumes. He's the voice of darkness. And I'm interested that the ultra infinitesimal spiritual particles brought him to this thread at this moment now. And I am praying that my light is shining on you, Brandon. Consumption sounds like gluttony, greed, sloth, avarice. Where am I from? I am currently living on a mountaintop in southeastern Kentucky, what I consider heaven on earth because I've created it here. It is beautiful. Brandon, go find the fantasy. I'm a writer and publisher, and yeah, there's a lot of people out there who want to read what you're selling. I'm not one of them. But back to you, Daniel. This is just beautiful. When I moved up here, it's one of the 5 poorest counties in the United States of America, and yet it's one of the most beautiful. There are thousands of acres, probably millions. I don't know. My numbers aren't great. Did you see the bird? Around here, where man has never set foot. I mean, this is nature's. This is the Daniel Boone National Forest. Yes, I live in a subdivision, but yeah, I have 3 bear dens in my backyard. You have to catch the bird before it tastes good. That's what highway does. If you see the black cat wandering through, he likes to sit in that tree and hunt birds. And every now and then I find a wing or some feathers that prove that he got himself a nice warm meal. And yeah, you gotta eat. So I tell him, good job hunting. What am I gonna do? Put him in a cage and say, don't beat the birdies? I'm sure cats taste good too. Once again, you gotta catch them, you gotta cook them. I do eat meat, so, you know. And those bears in the backyard, you know, they eat whatever they want to. At nighttime, I'm not out here. I'm only within the confines of the porch or the breezeway, because we allow the land to go back to nature. It's the wildlands. This is called the Kentucky Wildlands. There's a billboard downtown that says, pinch yourself, you are in the Kentucky Wildlands, because it's just beautiful. Mountains and gorges and waterfalls. Across the county, there's a waterfall. The only place in the northern hemisphere where you can see a moonbow at night on the calendar. Moonbows are like rainbows. They happen, you know, randomly with water, spray, and light. And we have a waterfall in a crevasse of mountains where the spray goes up and the moon lines up, and you get this silvery bow, and people come from all over the globe. Brandon, welcome. Good hunting. All right, and on that note, it's raining here, and I'm gonna go on to other things that I need to do, but I'm just grateful to be here, and thank you for joining in. Have a blessed day.